Have you ever spent endless hours of practice on a cool linear fill only to get to the gig and fall flat on your face? Or do the same sort of thing in an audition for a band that you really wanted to be in? The situation can be humiliating, it can be demoralizing. You can get kicked out of the band, and you don't want to be the guy that gets kicked out of the band. You don't want to be the drummer that didn't quite make the cut because you tried something that was over your head and you fell on your face. What you want to do is watch this video to the end and see how you can successfully complete any drum fill using the 3 best linear rudiments. If you're like me, and I think a lot of people are, not extraordinary, so a lot of people probably go this way, and people of my generation anyways, the first linear fill that you ever learned was that simple, very typical right-left foot. And we didn't even call it linear when we started. You called it triplets, you know, because it fit in the form of a triplet. Right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left. Sorry, right, left foot, right, left foot, right, left foot. And that is the typical thing. And you practice that over and over again. And then that worked for a while. But not long after, you wanted to get something that was more sophisticated. And so instead of just a right-left foot, you learned to play doubles with the foot. And I made a whole video about doubles that if I get this right, it should be popping up right here right about now. And then you learn how to execute right-left, foot, foot, instead of just right, left foot. And so you practice that. You practice it slow, you practice it fast, back to slow. You practiced it as 16th notes, you practiced it as triplets, you practiced it as 32nd notes, and then it's all great. You think, okay, ready to put it in some time, and you set up that typical 4-bar phrase, 3 bars of time, and then a bar of a drum fill. And you start playing it, right, left, foot, foot, right, left, foot, foot, as a solid 16th note grid, and then you get to the end of the bar, and one of 3 things has to happen. You can't quite complete the fill right back on 1 because you need the bass drum. You just ended with 2 bass drum strokes, so you need to do one of 3 things. You need to either play a paradiddle on beat 4 to get you like back to the other side of your kit for the crash cymbal, or just straight 16th notes on beat 4. Or you need to rest for the remainder of beat 4 once you hit beat 4, rest back into it. Or you need to employ the dreaded and not recommended triple stroke on the foot. Now, 3 consecutive 16th notes on the foot is not going to stop you from playing it when the tempo is manageable. But as soon as the tempo gets to a point at which you can no longer convincingly create a solid downbeat, you have to come up with something else, or you have to go back to the other 2. You have to leave some space, or you have to play just straight 16th notes, or use a paradiddle as some sort of rudimental glue so that you can get back to the other side of your kit after rolling down your toms with the foot and the hands, but you're never really completing the linear phrase. You're playing some linear and then you're getting out of that. The good news is that the solution is quite simple. You need to practice starting with or leading with the foot. So you just lead with the foot. Instead of right, left, foot, foot, you go foot, foot, right, left. Now, the temptation to blow this off is overwhelming, but seriously, sit down, put the metronome, and practice going through the paradigm shift in your mind that it takes to play foot, foot, right, left over and over again. It's not quite as simple as it seems, and you need to be comfortable with that in order to create more interesting and complete linear fills. Now, instead of using the paradiddle as sort of a rudimental glue or just straight 16th notes, we're going to introduce a simple sort of linear glue. And that's going to be just the right hand and the right foot. Just to glue together playing right, left, foot, foot, and foot, foot, right, left. And now we put it all together in this next clip. But before you go, or after you check it out, hit us with a like, drop a comment below, hit the alarm bell, and let me know what you want to hear next here on Drum Tip Tuesday.